Yeah?
I'm gonna let it out the bag today when I'm gonna do it. Just as something. What did you think?
Sure. Sounds great.
You don't have to be condescending.
I'm not being condescending. Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. Man.
Go back to the studio. Oh, never mind.
What?
Did that say that we were a measly 110 away from 40,000?
Probably. Let's look at it and see.
That's what I was going to do here.
I'm right here.
Whoop.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
110.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Surviving in Alabama.
What's up, surviving in Alabama? How you doing, brother? How is Alabama? Who's that? Lejeune.
No.
No?
Gray lemons.
What's up, lemons?
Sound is extremely low on my end. Not really sure what. No, it's on. See?
No, it's not the right mic.
Yeah, it is. Ha.
Okay.
Told you.
Yes, it is.
Sorry if I just blew out your eardrums there, but I had to make a point to my husband, who doubts me all the time.
That was wow. That was just like rude. Like if you looked up rude in the dictionary, there was a video, a short of you doing
Of
just
me
that.
doing just like that.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to make some hawk to a joke or something instead. Eating chicken out of my yard and okra from the garden.
Yeah, we got
All
some
is
okra
well.
today.
Yeah, we did. We finally, man, that
My main man.
it's like y'all haven't moved since I seen y'all last. I know, right?
I changed shirts. I went outside and got a little sweaty.
Yeah, I'm wearing the same stuff, but yeah, our garden has been struggling, and I don't know why it's low. Because that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Scroll up with it. Let's see.
What do you mean?
That far. Turn that other mic on and see. Turn it on. Just turn it on. Check it out.
When I do that one.
Okay, does that sound better?
I thought the last time we did that, everybody said it kind of.
Well, that we're just. I'm gonna walk.
I'm full blast here. Are you full blast like you have it on full blast?
Duh.
Or...
That's what that means. Don't mess with the new guy.
He's not new. Snaps are louder than Jason. That's hard to do. Maybe Jason's just not talking loud enough.
Way better. Thank you. All right, cool.
Look, we had this turned off before because everybody was fussing.
Well, they're not fussing now. There's something going
I'm
on with it.
just saying.
Look, we can't control the
I'm just
soft...
saying.
Oh, don't say.
I'm just saying.
Don't say it.
Just saying. Isn't that my favorite thing to see people posting on Facebook? Just saying. Love it when people do that.
The ability to let stuff go
Never.
is so freeing.
You know, I'm even starting to notice it in my face.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Okay.
Anyway.
So it's been a minute since we've been live. We hope you guys have been enjoying the shorts. I got something in my eyeball. When Robin is nice enough to release them.
I put them out at least the 5 weekdays of the week. I didn't put one out Saturday because you got sick on Friday.
We're not talking about that.
You got really sick on Friday, so I was up
Not talking about
a lot on Friday night. So I did not sleep well Saturday morning. I was not in the mood to put together a short. And I usually take Sunday off, so we missed one Saturday. But you got one coming today. Oh, I forgot about all that. We never told anybody about that, did we?
Mm-mm. Yeah. Yeah, we told them about
it. Did we?
Yeah. I just wanted to remind them.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool dude. Pretty cool. It was kind of interesting for once to be on the other side of that. Like, you know, we have people that come up to us like, oh, Big Bear, I'm sad. Let's be honest, not very often, but when they do.
I don't think that's ever.
It has.
I think it's ever happened. They just.
But
you're
to
that
be
fat
on
guy from Big Bear, right?
But to be on the flip side of that and to be like man crushing on somebody is pretty fun. I saw it. Happy belated born day. Or as Jason says, escape from the womb day. Yeah, that was yesterday. Turned 47.
Praise the Lord. For those of y'all that don't know, okay? For those of y'all that are kind of new, you folks that's been around a while, y'all should be rejoicing with me because y'all got to be just about as tired of hearing about it as I have been over the last 20 years.
I don't know. You've heard about it for almost 20 years. Most of these people, even the older group, would only have been like 9 or 10, so.
There is no more hearing. Every time Robin gets a headache about...
Yeah, hold on a second, stop. Because that is absolutely true. He's like, what was that? Because when he met you, he was fangirling on you.
No, I don't think... No,
yeah, he did.
I don't know.
He was cool about it, but he was fangirling.
I don't think he was fangirling. He just gave me a hug. We hugged.
Yeah.
He wasn't like, ah! Or anything like that.
He might have been on the inside.
Well, I can't tell what happens to people on the inside. But no, Jonathan just came up like we was homies from back
Jonathan and his wife, man.
Back on the block. We was like,
we absolutely
man hug.
Them. I wish they lived closer because we'd be like having Bible study like once it would be a back and forth kind of thing. Like that'd be dangerous.
He'd be part of our
small group. Yeah. Okay, so back to what you were saying now.
So,
if you've known us for any length of time,
you know how important Robin's 47th birthday was. As a young child, Robin went through some trauma. She went through a tragedy. Her mother passed away unexpectedly from a brain aneurysm at 46.
About a month before she turned 47.
So every time for the last 20, we've been married
almost
20 years. Mm-hmm. Every time this woman would get a headache.
A bad headache, not just a little headache. Like a migraine.
Any headache.
Whatever.
Any headache. She would take medication for it, and then she would lay in the bed and she would be like, Lord, please just let me make it to 47. I gotta make it to 47. Because I can't have an aneurysm. We gotta
back it up.
This headache could be an aneurysm.
I had other milestones that you've met with me along the way. This was the last one. The very first one was making sure.
No, we have one more.
That our youngest daughter, I wanted to make sure that she made it to 13. Because my mom died when I was 12. So that was the first one, is I wanted to make sure both of my girls made it to 13. And so when that happened, I breathed a little bit easier.
Yeah, and that's when you stop. Look, this woman was so paranoid about this.
I'm not
used to drive.
He is not exaggerating on this.
Like, we got in some knockdown, drag out fights before that she would, if LaDessa wasn't 13 years old, I was supposed to remarry in 6 months. I'm asking, how in the world am I supposed to be over you in 6 months, let alone to be able to start dating somebody to get to the point of marriage again? Which is what, like, she would. That was some of the times, the very first times that I ever seen, like, Robin.
I really was. Like, I was really crazy about it. And once she, well, and then we started getting surrounded by good female role models. And so I kind of loosened up a little bit. I was like, as long as you make sure these people are still in your life and that they're helping out with the girls, like, that was okay. And then I eased off of that.
Thank you, Jess from Roots and Refuge.
Then when they turned 13, we kind of eased up a little bit. Now with Ladessa's only 16. So that's only been a couple of years that we got out of that. And then after that, it was, I just got to make it to 47. And so made it to 47 yesterday. And so now I'm chill.
And I'm free.
You said there was one more. What other one are you talking about?
That we want to be married for more than half of our life.
Oh yeah, we want to be. That's our final goal, but that's not a stress goal. That's like a good goal. We want to be at least 60. We want to make it till you're at least 60, because that will mean that we've been together more than you've been alive. I mean, more than you weren't with me. That's what I mean. Whatever. You know what I'm saying. I look a lot like Ladessa right now in this camera. I'm just saying, like, I'm freaking myself out because I keep looking at it.
I'm trying to figure the math.
We will have been together longer than... Stop.
If I make it to my 60th birthday,
together. Shut up.
I've been with you longer than I've been alive.
Right,
I'm trying to do that math.
You know what
and
I mean?
I don't have a memory. I thought I was alone in the womb. I thought I was alone in the womb.
Stop picking on me.
Because if I wasn't, this marriage just got extremely awkward.
Okay, so Lone Star said, I can understand the worry. Kim said, my mama died at 44, and this will be my 44th year. I feel ya. Sydney was trying to be funny and said, headache from Jason. And then he said, I think I gave you the best birthday present ever. I'm trying to remember what that was. I completely understand. My mother had her first stroke when she was 40. Sherry says, that's an honest fear. My dad passed young as well. I didn't think I'd make it to that age either. See, there you go. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
look, they had fears.
Yeah.
You were extreme.
What extreme?
You were trying to force me to marry somebody. Like, you were talking to co-workers that were single.
Yes, I really was.
And trying to talk them into marrying me before 6 months after your passing.
Was. I really was.
That's extreme.
Oh, that's right. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, that was an awesome... That whole weekend was so cool. I forgot what you were talking about as far as... I was thinking like present. So I was like, wait, what are you talking about? Yeah, 2020.
Well, that was a present.
Right, but it wasn't like a gift. Like, I was thinking like a physical...
couldn't put it up on a mantle.
Right, no, whatever. Look, it's Tim Beverly. Yeah, we need to take Jason with us next time when we get our feet done. Yeah.
Look,
but that was so
I
much
am
fun.
becoming desensitized with my feet because y'all remember the foot that I messed up, this one?
You can still see it.
You can still see the hump in there. So I've been having to have acupuncture on that foot. And y'all know Doc from the videos and the live stream that we did with him. He doesn't care about my foot sensitivity. And he jams the needles in there. And then last week we did this heat wand. And tomorrow I got to go back again because my big toe's still the tingling thing. But at least my foot has color again.
Yeah, it was really pale.
Yeah, it was like purplish.
Like no blood getting to it.
But
Surviving in Alabama said his wife's birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Mrs.
I have another birthday twinsy. I can't believe April's not on here. April Hill, one of our moderators, she is my birthday twinsy. We always have our birthdays together. And she messaged me Saturday night, and she's like, happy birthday early. It's like, you too. Sherry said, I had instructions made up and given to specific people on how to handle my children and property. See, I am not the only one. Not the only one. Just saying.
That's different.
And maybe it's a woman thing. Maybe it's
different.
Women versus men.
No, because we have godparents
now we
in
do.
place.
Now we do. At that point, we did not.
True.
That's the whole difference.
But
That's what I'm saying.
there's a difference between asking a friend, hey, can you watch out for my husband and help him with the girls, versus I need you to marry my husband.
Oh my gosh, Sydney. Should I be worried? I have color on my feet too. Sydney, we were talking about you the other day. We got a bunch of watermelon. Love you, mean it. Howdy from West Texas. Hey, Leslie, how are ya? Oh, man. I love me some Sydney. It was nice to hear him.
It wasn't bad enough that the first time the man was here, you made fried chicken.
That was complete serendipity, because I am telling you, that was when we were knee deep in making our menu, and we had already scheduled the menu for the week, and it just so happened that day we were having fried chicken. When I didn't even know he was coming. You didn't even tell me he was coming. And then he came, and I was like,
oh, I told you he was coming. I just didn't tell you he was black.
what are you trying to say? I don't get it. You're funny. But yeah, it was really funny. And then he tried to be like, oh, well, I'm vegetarian or I'm vegan. And I'm like, you came to the wrong house. So I've got to tell y'all, I was completely stressed out about this weather. It has been so dry here for the last almost month.
It's been so dry. You were scared.
Rain.
You were scared to fart outside.
Yeah, it was bad. We couldn't. Robin force fed a vegan chicken. Yeah, I really had to twist your arm.
The grass would crunch underneath. It sounded like popcorn.
It most definitely was crunchy. Like when we were walking on our front, because we had cut the grass because we were doing Bible study outside, and so we had cut the grass so the kids can run around in the grass. And then for like a month, there's been no rain, and so the grass was still short, and it would just get just awful. Rough. It was crunchy.
But we have been blessed with so far 3 nights of decent rain.
And I feel like we're supposed to be getting some again, aren't we?
We're supposed to be getting some tonight. We had a nice sunny day today. It only got up, 90s?
No, not even. It was 85 was the highest it got today.
Oh, nice.
And that was just like an hour or so ago. Ladessa was complaining about how hot it was, and I was like, it is not hot.
Now, the rain came down hard a couple of nights, and with all the wood chips in the driveway, it did put a couple of little divots. I think, was it Neona that was telling us, that how they did it, and they had some issues with it too, but we got plenty of wood chips left over. We were able to go back, top dress
a little,
cover it then, but we could definitely see what she was talking about when she shared about their experience. And so I remember, as soon as I seen those little divots and those little muddy spots coming in, I was like, okay, I remember what she said, and so we real quick came in and packed it back in. And
but I will say this. The runoff was non-existent. And I don't know if that's because of something that we're getting ready to release a video on, or if it's also the wood chips.
No, this is one, down the driveway, our runoff was always bad, and we didn't have that this time. That was 100% wood chips.
Okay.
Because even like just when I was going out there this afternoon to fill in those spots, it was it wasn't hard like wood chips. It was very spongy.
Okay.
It kind of reminded me of like a gym mat.
Oh, okay.
Walking on them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it may get to the point where, like what Niana was talking about, because right now I think a lot of those wood chips are soaked up to the max.
Right.
Now it was dry today, so maybe they were able to release a little bit.
Yeah.
Today, but they absorbed a lot of that. And it's very it was very interesting for me. It's
a science experiment.
I don't know if it was this. I mean, in my brain, I knew the wood chips were going to soak the water up in my brain. Okay, but to go out there and feel it, walking on it, was kind of like, holy crap, it worked. And so it was a little bit of a, I don't want to say a little bit of a surprise, but it was justification, or right? Is that a word? Validation that I was thinking correctly. And so now, if we continue to get rain, I don't know what's going to happen. But it's definitely very, very nice, because that the other night when it came down really hard, we would have had water at our front door.
Yeah.
That didn't happen this time. So
once they start breaking down, it will get not good.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we also have a lot of rocks, so I think we'll start.
Well, I mean, the thing that you run into in these, and she's absolutely right, when they start to break down, you have to top dress them. You've got to put more wood chips on top, and you got to start building these layers. And so if you don't have more wood chips to put on top, then it's probably going to become a muddy mess. And right now, we have plenty of wood chips to be able to put on top. And it looks like, with the local power company, that we're always going to have plenty of wood chips. And with a couple of us are going to get together. One of the local rental places now has a wood chipper. And so we will be, what's going on, Zachary? We'll be able to pull 2 or 3 families together, because it's like $600-700 for the weekend. And
yeah, you'll have some great compost in a few years.
For the whole weekend, plus a $600-700 deposit. So if we put 3 or 4 families together, and everybody just saves up their stuff that they want to chip to a pile, and we do this twice a year, we could start in the morning at my place, 4 or 5 guys running it through the chipper. We'll be done by lunch.
Take it over.
Or even a little bit later, run it over to the next guy's house and be done by that evening, then go to the next guy's house the next day. There's 4 of us, boom, boom. Have it back by Monday, and everybody's got a good amount of wood chips.
Yeah.
If they don't want the wood chips at their house, then they'll just bring it all to my house, and then wham, we'll just keep running it through, because it's one of those things that we have seen a huge benefit with our equipment, because before us, and even with us, with Blaze and the kids, I mean, their kids being kids, they put the nails and screws in their pockets, and then they reach in for their pocket, and nail and screw will fall out. And so we were constantly getting stuff in tires. And it's nice now, all that stuff's buried underneath 8 inches of wood chips. So until it really starts to break down in a year or so, we won't have to
worry about that.
I ain't got to worry about that, and so that's really nice. It's kind of like starting off with a clean slate here with the places where we run the side-by-side and the tractor and everything, because I got like 2 holes in the front tire to one tractor.
Yeah.
You know, and it was very aggravating.
Yeah, we had to get that fixed.
Yeah.
So.
You know, so.
Sherry said they haven't had any rain. It's all been going around us. That's what was happening to us back in June.
Yeah.
At the end of June, beginning of July, it would just go around us. Like, I remember specifically on the 4th or the 6th, that weekend, it was supposed to, like, pour down rain, and it, like, went right around us and went on to Augusta and, like, poured in Augusta, but didn't hit us at all, so.
Okay, so I didn't know exactly when I was going to share this with y'all. But I feel like now's the time to start the conversation, to bring you guys on board with some stuff going on, and to ask y'all for your support and to help with loving comments and sharing if you feel the need to. We have started a weight loss journey, lifestyle change.
Different than all the other ones we've done along. If you've been with us for a while, you know we've tried.
We tried keto.
Yeah,
we tried
carnivore.
We tried what was the one way back? The
Atkins.
The beach one. You know,
South Beach.
Yeah.
Paleo.
We tried a bunch of them. And the thing with... Okay, let me back up. My last one that we tried was the carnivore diet. And I felt amazing on the carnivore diet. The problem with the carnivore diet, in my opinion, it's not sustainable. We raise our own beef, we raise our own pork, we raise our own chicken, and see you survive in Alabama. Have a great evening. And we butchered 2 cows for me to be on that carnivore diet, and I lost 15, 16 pounds real quick. And I would have lost more, but my doctors decided to start to really investigate what was going on with my GI tract. And in order to find out whether or not I had was it celiac disease, stuff like that. Because I got down into the, like 247, 248. And I was up there to 250, almost 260.
You were almost 270. You got to like 260, because remember, when you go there, you're fully clothed, boots and all. Mm-hmm. So I think you were at like 268 or something like that at one point. And so when you came in and all of a sudden you were 240 something, they're like, whoa.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
And so when we went to go see the GI specialist, he told me I had to start, to be able to prove that I had this, or to see that I had this, the celiac or gluten intolerance or whatever, I had to start eating it again.
And he needed you to do it for what, like 3 weeks?
No, it was supposed to be 6 weeks, but I lasted 2. 2 or 3.
You didn't even last a week.
Okay, I'm not going to sit here and split hairs, but it was awful for me.
Yeah.
I think I suffered through 2 weeks, because I think it took you that long to get a hold of somebody. But I blew back up in 2 weeks. I blew back up quick, fast, and in a hurry to the 260s again. And I was miserable. So the problem with a lot of these carnivore, keto, Atkins, a lot of those diets is that if you slip up, it's like you got stung by a bee. You swell back up again. And carnivore diet was good. I'm telling you, it was good, and it helped get rid of the brain fog. But the moment I got off of it, the weight came right back on, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Yeah, the moment we added pastas and breads, and
Or
I'm not saying
even when we started adding vegetables, the weight started coming back on a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, it might have been the way that we was cooking them. I don't know, but it wasn't coming on fast like the moment that we started adding breads.
And
stuff.
we weren't trying to do a bunch. It was just like he's like just one slice of bread or just a cup of pasta, and that's what we were doing. And
then when I went and had the test and I tried to get back on carnivore, my body did not react the same. Now this is just my experience that I'm talking about
right
here. Okay, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a carnivore expert. I'm not a keto expert or anything like that. But I have started a new Instagram. Robin will put the link up here in a minute, here when she gets it, because I just caught her off guard with it. But basically, the name of the Instagram is from fat to fit at 50.
By 50.
By 50. From fat to fit by 50. I've been doing this journey now a little over 6. We just put up the 6-week comparison picture. I am 1 pound. It's not even a full pound. It's like 0.8 of a pound away from having lost 20 pounds. Now, yesterday was Robin's birthday. I was able to have a piece of birthday cake yesterday. And basically what we are doing is and look, this diet, this way of doing things is harder. I'm going to be flat. It takes a commitment. You have to be sick of being fat because you got to do some work. At the end of the day, there is no quick diet, no quick fix to weight loss, because it wasn't a quick action that got you overweight and out of shape. And so I'm making sure I have a caloric deficit. I'm taking a high protein diet, and I am we're in the gym. I'm lifting weights again. My goal, not Robin's, my goal is I want to be able to compete in the classic bodybuilding division somewhere, whether it's in the state of Georgia or we go to Pittsburgh or we go wherever. I want to compete and I want to win. And so feel free to check out please come check out that link. Follow. You can see some of the stuff that I've been eating. A lot of the Robin's put up some reels of me working out. There are side-by-side comparison pictures, and we have made the decision that when that Instagram hits 5K, that I'm going to start a YouTube channel to show how to do the exercises that we're doing, how to keep a food log, just basically everything that we've been doing.
Right.
And show you the stuff that we've been cooking and sharing recipes and stuff like that. So if you're not happy, come give us a follow. See what we're doing. We literally go to the gym. We're there for about anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour a day. We're trying to get anywhere from 10,000 to 15,000 steps in a day. On our off days, we do about 45 minutes to an hour of cardio, and that's it. It's not a lot of time.
Raven Cat, what's up?
Dedicated to making ourselves healthy. Robin's already lost a bunch of weight. Ladessa's lost a bunch of weight. Carol's toned up. Which also has made me have to clean my guns. But the mental health in the house is a whole lot better. And we're really want to bridge the gap between homesteading and healthy lifestyle, fitness, whatever you want to call it. There is a broken bridge between those two that we want to try to lead the charge in repairing that bridge, because we're producing and growing the healthiest food out there.
The problem is it's so good we eat too much of it.
And
and the way that we prepare it.
And one of our biggest selling points is how healthy that food is. Mm-hmm. Well, how are you going to be able to convince somebody when you're obese? And that's one of the things that we had to come to grips with. We used to tell everybody, look, we're not fast food fat, we're old-fashioned fat because we like to eat.
Which is true.
Right.
Which is true. Because honestly, that's the problem. Instead of eating the fish with, what we're going to do with tonight, we would, douse it in oil and cover it, slather it in...
We're in the South. We'd fry the snot out of
everything, right? We fry everything. And so that's the thing, like okra.
You got to take 3 bites of the fried stuff before you got to the fish.
Like one of the things that got me today, because we were trying to figure out how we could do okra, because I absolutely love fried okra. And we have learned ways to fry stuff so that it doesn't, kill our calories, kill the carbohydrates. And Carol was like, well, we have cornmeal. And I said, well, pull out the cornmeal and let's look and see what the counts are.
Snack?
Oh, because I ate an okra. It's one of my posts today, was eating a raw okra. Don't even act like that. There's okra in the kitchen right now on the countertop if you want some. We pulled out the cornmeal, and for like 3 tablespoons, it was like 150 calories for 3 tablespoons. And I was like, and then like 15 grams of carbs or something. Like it was pretty rough. And I was like, nope, not worth it.
So if you know anybody that needs to be motivated to get moving, send them to my Instagram, please. Share my Instagram with people, and I really want to see that thing get to 5K so we can do that YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. And in all honesty, I am going to be going back to school to become a personal trainer as well, because one of the things that when you start looking at new things and you start trying to change your life, or when you buy a new car, like we never saw when we had the Honda Fit. we never saw any Honda Fits on the road, let alone orange Honda Fits. The moment we got that orange Honda Fit, that's all we saw all the time. And there was like 2 of them in our town, and they even had veteran license plates to them.
Yep.
And I'm like,
how did that
how
happen?
did we miss that? And so one of the things that we have noticed with our Vacation Bible School and really trying to figure out what we can do for some of these kids in our area and the kids that are in the foster care system, especially the ones that are like getting ready to age out and stuff. We have a child obesity problem in this country. It's disgusting. I'm just going to call it what it is. It's disgusting. And
we have a screen time problem. That's what we have a problem.
Yeah, I got that too. But that's one of the reasons why I'm trying to figure out financially how we're going to be able to get me to be able to go back to school, become the personal trainer. The school's about a year long, and it's got a whole bunch of you get the personal trainer certificate, and then you get all these subcategories as well. And you get
big
to choose.
one is nutrition.
Yeah,
there's one on nutrition
and eventually, once I get going with that, I may even go back and finish out my 4-year degree and be able to be a registered dietitian. Because this is kind of really hit me in the feels.
Yeah.
Because in all honesty, I had absolutely no problem with myself being fat. But then when it started to affect my well, yeah, I didn't like it, but I wasn't at the point.
It wasn't strong enough of a dislike to make you change what you were doing, and that's the difference. Yeah. And I think like because that's kind of the approach I'm taking with like certain things, like for instance, yesterday was my birthday, and we went to a friend of ours. She runs a restaurant, and she, invited us to come up there for my birthday. And so when we got there, diet schmiet. It was not the day for a diet for me. Just the one day.
I stuck to it.
Of course you did, but it was not worth it for one day for me, one meal. Not even one full day, just one meal. Because I hadn't eaten anything hardly in 2 days.
Yeah, well, I mean, neither one of us had, because I caught that stomach flu.
Yeah.
And, I had stuff coming out both ends, and I mean, I lost about 4 pounds.
Yeah.
Just in 2 days from that stomach flu.
And
but I still wanted to take that 4 pounds and keep it lost as a blessing, get something positive out of being sick, and so I was determined to do my absolute best to stick to it. And so some of our friends bought Robin an ice cream cake, and so I didn't want to be rude because they bought the cake, and so I did have a small piece of
but that wouldn't have
ice cream cake, but I made sure. But see, here's the thing with the way that we're doing it. I can do that because if I know, okay, we're going out to eat, it's Robin's birthday, there's probably going to be some cake, I can adjust my other 2 meals to account for those calories in that meal. So I don't, if I want to have a slice of pepperoni pizza one night and be up with indigestion and stuff because of the crust, that probably wouldn't happen from one piece.
But we haven't had to do that.
I know we haven't had to do that, but what I'm saying is I can do that.
Yeah, if he has to.
I can eat a burger, with everything on it.
Yeah.
I just have to go, okay, I'm going to a barbecue, so there's going to be barbecue sauce on it, so that's going to add an extra amount of calories,
right?
And sugars and stuff like that. Let me go ahead and dial it back in my breakfast and my snack and in my lunch to leave that window. Because I have broken it down with all the macros to this is what I'm allowing myself to have every day. Like I'm saying, this is work, people. You've got to sit down and you got to keep a food log, but it's worth it to me because there's no reason. I mean, I'm a human being, right? There's going to be a time I want to have some Doritos. There's going to be a time that I'm in a situation, whether it's at church or whether it's at a birthday party or a gathering or something, that my particular food choices are not going to be there. And I have to be smart enough to go, okay, well then let me adjust this, and this. To be able to account for being able to have this, and this. And so I eat a little bit to get me through, and then I can come home and put the good stuff, back in my system. Like I said,
we've also been able to just kind of adjust things, like, like for instance, last week at church we had nachos.
Yeah, I was getting ready to talk about that too. Yeah. And it was they called it taco night, but it was basically nachos with
tacos. Yeah, you could do
you could do a burrito with the ground beef and the cheese. Blah, blah, blah. Well, there's a product out there, and these are amazing. If you like Doritos, if you like chips, and you want a healthier option, they are called Quest. Quest chips. They are a protein chip. They are amazing. Now they're going to cost more than a bag of Doritos. Okay?
Well, really not, because look at how expensive Doritos are now. Like the box, we bought a box of, I don't remember how many there were, but it was like $24 for like what, 12 or so bags. So $2. Well, that's what you would pay for that size of a bag in the grocery store or the gas station. I mean, it's about the same. So the thing is, and Sherry said it is discipline. Like Jason didn't go and like eat all 12 bags in like 2 days. He uses them sparingly to be able to,
well, like if we want to have forget it nachos,
yeah,
I can eat the meat and the refried beans. That's really not going to affect my calorie stuff.
Caloric.
It's not gonna, it'll help me with some proteins. It'll, the saturated fats may be a little high from the refried beans, but
the protein outweighs,
But the chips would destroy me. So, but I can have forget it nachos now with the Quest chips, and
and be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've definitely, we've been doing this now we're on our sixth week.
This is week 7.
Yeah.
We just posted week 6 pictures on there.
Yeah.
And guys, you can see the change in me, and that was one of the, I think that's what got me so excited to go ahead and start to share this with y'all now. I mean, granted, look, I still got it, right? But
not nearly.
This shirt, this wolf used to look like
for real,
like that,
for real, and now
it sits. Yeah. These shorts that I'm wearing right now, I couldn't fit into 6 weeks ago.
Yeah. And
they fall off.
Yeah.
And these are, I was in a 42. These are now a 38.
38s. Yep.
So the results speak for themselves. But
Niana asked if we've tried an air fryer. We have one. We haven't done that yet, but But
it's on the thing.
Yeah, we're going to start. One of the big things that was a problem was like trying to accommodate you not being able to have bread or tortillas. And because, every once in a while you want to have a tuna melt or you want to, have a sandwich.
And I'm going to cut her off right here so she don't really let the cat out the bag, because that's going to be one of the first recipes we put out. We found a flatbread recipe that is off the chain. I won't have tuna wraps. I won't have turkey wrap. I won't have a wrap, period. With like smash burgers. We did smash burgers the other night. Look, I challenge everybody in here, okay? I challenge everybody in here to just do one thing. Go to the store. Go get that ketchup so they get the right brand. There is a sugar-free ketchup out there. And it's better than regular ketchup. It's pretty much just the tomatoes, and I think there's like the vinegar or there's something else in there. Robin knows it better. It's like 2 or 3 ingredients, and there's not that ton of sugar in it. I didn't realize how much sugar was in ketchup. There is a crap ton of sugar in ketchup. I could drink that stinking bottle. I absolutely.
Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. It's G. Hughes, sugar-free. Now, he also has marinades, too. And this only has 5 calories. 5 calories in a tablespoon. Now, here's the thing. That bottle's like $3, $3.50, which is a lot more than the average ketchup, right? Because like a big bottle you can get for like $2. Right. So it is definitely more.
It's $1.50 more, but I mean, how often do we do? I mean.
Well, what I was going to say is one of the things that we don't eat on this diet is potatoes, okay? And one of the biggest things that we used to eat ketchup with was French fries and hot dogs, and we're not eating either one of those now. So because of that, we have no need for big, huge bottles of ketchup.
Let me back that up for a second. We're not eating hot dogs right now. We will... This winter, when we drop some more pigs, we will be packing our own hot dogs, and they won't have all that processed junk in them. It'll be raw, just the pork.
Anyway, but even then, on a hot dog, you put less than a tablespoon on a hot dog. So my point being, I'm not worried about $3 for this bottle because it's going to last about the same amount of time as the big bottle because we don't use it as much. Mm-hmm. And it started here, okay? And so we've used that much, and we used that for what he was. Did you tell him what?
On the smash burger, we made our own
Thousand Island.
Thousand Island dressing, and I don't know what all Robin did to it. I can't, because Robin mixed it up. But it was I was like, I literally was like, why haven't we done this before? Is it the new ketchup that makes it this good, or did you do something different? And it was literally just the ketchup. It
has to be, because the mayonnaise, we make our own mayonnaise, so we don't keep mayonnaise on stock here.
And so we do just eggs and oil.
It is eggs and oil and a little bit of either vinegar or lemon juice, whatever.
Lemon juice.
But that was it. And then I chopped up a little bit of the dill chips, the dill pickle chips, put those in there for relish, and that was it. And I'm going to be the first to admit that anytime we try something new with this recipes, I keep thinking we're sacrificing. And then I realize that we mix something up, and I'm like, man, this is better than the real.
Yeah, because like out of that Thousand Island, the worst thing in there was the
mayonnaise.
was the oil that was in the mayonnaise, and we used a little bit of. You used olive oil,
But
right?
I used olive oil.
Yeah. And so it wasn't as bad as vegetable oil.
Mm-hmm.
There's some better oils out there other than olive oil, but one of the things that I've been reading up on is olive oil also helps break down fat, and it helps with brain function.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yep.
For the amount that was in there, it was worth the sacrifice. And see, and with this type of stuff, I feel like I'm in more control.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, it's definitely.
You hear lots of people out there, all your favorite YouTubers, Jess included, is talking about our broken food system.
Mm-hmm.
When you actually sit down and you start reading labels, and that's one of the things that this diet has you doing, reading labels. It vindicates everything that we've been saying, Jess been saying, everybody out there that's been saying about our food system being broken.
Mm-hmm.
Our food that we consume is nasty. And don't think for 1 second that it's coincidence. Like, just the way that it is. Oh, it's just the way that it is. It's coincidence that the junk food is cheaper than the healthier food.
Mm-hmm.
Because they want you to be sick. They want you to be diabetic. Because there's no money in healthy people. I'm not going to get on that soapbox. Because I think we already turned some people off because it looked like...
No, we've been dipping for a while here. But at the end of the day, And that's true that, you have to have fat for the brain.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things, like, when we started talking about different stuff, like, for instance, putting sunflower seeds or walnuts in a salad. Yes, those are higher in some of the other stuff. But they have the healthy fats that are good for brain function. And that's one of the things we want to kind of pay attention to between his TBI and both of us, having family members who suffered from Alzheimer's and dementia. We try to focus on that a little bit.
There's a great podcast that I've been listening to out there. His name is Dr. Pharmacy. F-A-R-M.
Macy.
Macy.
A-C-Y.
Look him up.
Yeah.
Listen to him. He actually has... he's got a podcast on there with a neurologist, and they talk about how they have now labeled Alzheimer's basically type 3 diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
And how you can prevent and possibly even cure Alzheimer's by changing up your diet. And so that was one of the things with a dude with a brain injury. I was kind of like, hold on, let me listen to this, because that's one of my biggest fears is Alzheimer's.
Mm-hmm.
Because Tom already acts a fool a lot of times, that he gets in there and he just feels like it's Tay-Tay Day, and and it gets
Tay-Tay Day.
It gets hard. Now I'll tell you, since I've been slapping the iron and staying on this diet, Tom's been awful quiet. And so that's good, I am taking vitamin C. I'm taking a fiber supplement because I want to get more fiber in, because with my angry, I'm so sick of hearing about that too.
What?
Every time we've gone to the doctor with the VA, look, y'all, I've been told, look, man, look, your upper GI, it's just angry. It's just angry. And then they test my lower GI.
Have you increased your water? Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And they stuck a camera up the... And then they come back and say, oh, you just got an angry colon. And then they start talking about my back. Well, your discs are just angry. And then they sent me to a shrink, and they said, why are you so angry all the time? I said, my whole damn body's angry. That's what y'all keep telling me.
You know, okay, so I do agree with that. So, Jonathan was saying animal fat's better than seed fat. I do agree with that. I agree with that. The big twist is so many people consume fat that is vegetable based.
Mm-hmm.
Your vegetable oil, soybean oil, like all of these different things that are added into it's a lot of fat that is not good for you.
Right.
And to be honest, I consider like animal fat. I still consider milk on that, yogurt, still animal fat to me. And I think that is very good for you.
Mm-hmm.
But I was talking specifically for the brain. Some of these nuts are really good for the brain specifically.
But also, one of the things that we have to be honest with, and this is where a little bit of the bridge gets broken down between the homesteading lifestyle and the fitness, healthy bodybuilding lifestyle, is our animals are leaner.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have to kind of look for those fats in other places. And so that means we either have to make the choice to get a breed like American guinea hogs, which we're going to be getting back into for this reason, that their fat marbles into their meat.
Right.
And so, you know, with the Berkshire and Hampshire ones, they don't really marble all that well. We're getting ready to also get some, what's the ones that look like sheep?
Mangalitas.
Mangalitas, and they're mixed with another one.
Kuni.
And theirs marble real nice.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's one of the battles that you do have. And so you have to look for those omega-3s and those other fatty acids and amino acids in other places. Mm-hmm. And so if you can get them in some walnuts.
And one of the things we learned.
Which is not some of the... I am not a fan of walnuts.
Oh, I love walnuts. Gosh, I love walnuts.
But look, and another thing where you can get them from is fish. And you know where else you can get them, and they have a very high protein count, is dadgum sardines. And let me tell you, sometimes you just got to power through some stuff. I
don't know, because I started looking at numbers, and I'm like, they're great, but I can do something else. Like, I understand people are like, oh, yeah, sardines. But, like, we found that...
you got to cook them to get rid of some of that fishy.
Well, we found that catfish...
Yes.
Catfish is actually pretty high in protein and very low in calories. So we're definitely going to start working on catfish. We grew a bunch of sunflowers this year, so we will have a lot of sunflower seeds. So we'll be able to do that as well. We got some pretty big sunflowers.
Can't do sandwiches.
Can't do sardines.
I'm going to say with my new flatbread, I can do sandwiches.
I'll tell you what I've learned with sardines. If you take them out of the can and you put them on a hook and get a real meal, I took them and put them in a bowl. Well, first I rinsed them, depending on what they're canned in.
Yeah.
I rinsed them off and put them in a bowl. And then I poured about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and kind of swirled it around and let them all sit in it. And I let them sit in there for like 15-20 minutes. And then I rinsed them, poured out the lemon juice, rinsed them again, and then put them in with what he was eating, and that seemed to work. But funny enough, I would have thought, and this is just my thinking, and I thought I was rational with this thought, is that once I had done that process, I put them in a container and put them in the fridge, and Jason wanted to do them again the next morning for breakfast. And I thought, after I've done all that, they should be fine. Nope. You have to do it even if you have like half of them, you only eat half of them, you got to do that process all over again. So the moral of that story is either eat them all in that one sitting, or you'll have to do it again.
Now, once you do that, they are very tolerable. I put them in. Robin put them in with she scrambled them in with my eggs, with my egg whites, and a little bit of salt, pepper, hot sauce, vegetables, and a little bit of cheese.
Yeah.
And the fishy flavor did not overpower everything. In fact, the peppers really overpowered everything. And it was very... I didn't even know they were there.
But it gave it a boost of protein.
Boosted my protein.
But I'm learning that there are other things that I can do to boost his protein that doesn't require eating awful sardines. So
please give that... I think Rob's fixing to put it up again. That Instagram... a like, give it a follow, please. Comment on some of the stuff. Help me get that algorithm going, and so because I really want to bridge that gap between fitness people and homesteaders, because I think that would... rising tide rises all ships, y'all. I think if more of the fitness community would come over and start looking for homesteaders in their community, they could boost their revenue from selling.
Why no egg yolks
to those?
Well, we do egg yolks, but then we add egg whites because there's more protein in the whites than there is in the yolks, and the yolks is where most of the calories and the fat are. Yeah. And so what you do is, in order to make their more bulk, you take eggs and then you add a little bit of egg whites as well.
And again, that goes on looking at our meal plan, our menu for the day, going, okay, where are we at with the fats? Okay, let's go ahead and trim the egg yolks out. You know, because like I'll do hard-boiled eggs as a snack, but I'll take the yolks out. And like Dessa will eat them, or they'll give them to the dogs, or...
Well, we give them to the chickens, believe it or not. The chickens love them. When we do the hard-boiled, I'll take the yolks out to the chickens, and they tear them up. And that's perfect for them, because that's a good thing for them to be eating.
Isn't it like cannibalism, though?
Not really.
Kind
Not
of?
really. Not really.
I don't know.
But yeah, so that's what we've been doing.
Oh, she don't do Instagram or Facebook anymore. Not even for me.
Not even for you.
Not even for me. What if I bat my eyes?
You're funny.
Yeah. Avocado and egg whites. Yes. Avocados is a good source of fat too.
Yes.
But yeah, please share it. Help me get to 5K, and then we're gonna start doing that YouTube channel. You know, y'all buy some Robin soap so I can go back to school.
Oh wow! Oh, shameless plug. We're gonna figure it out. Yeah. We'll get there. We just gotta do it. Yeah. So all right. Well, it's been a little over an hour.
Thursday, members, if you're in here, your private live stream. We've missed a couple of those because we've been kind of caught up with doing some stuff, and we apologize. And so we're going to go sometime Thursday. We will post on the Big Bear Nation page, or we'll do a members-only post on YouTube to let you guys know about what time we're going to go, because in all honesty, we've got to try to wrangle up these mangalitas this weekend, so I got to try to get a pen ready So be on the lookout for that post, and we'll let you know when we're going to do it. I don't want to set a time and then be knee deep in building a pig pen and not being able to do it
Right.
until later on that evening.
Mm-hmm.
But make sure you're there, because we're going to make up some stuff to y'all members, and we will probably be giving some stuff away. I don't know what yet, but
Yeah, we probably
maybe
won't.
we'll give these guns away.
We probably won't do 2 o'clock because we had originally done 2 o'clock, and that's hard for people to do that.
Yeah.
So it'll probably be in the evening, like how we've done this one. Maybe not 8. 8's a little late. Maybe more like 7. 7 might be better. I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys. We love y'all.
Thanks for coming. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. That new video's coming out
Sometime this week. I'm not quite done with it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were done.
It might be Saturday, just because Saturday seems to be a good release day for us. So we may just wait till Saturday to
And I'll
turn it
give
out.
you a hint. It's a gardening video, and it's probably gonna answer some questions that
For
a
some
lot of
people.
us have been struggling with for many years.
And didn't realize that was why we were struggling.
Yep.
So, y'all have a good evening. God bless y'all, and we'll see you next week.
Next week. God bless. This is the part where I wish I knew how to rap, because I would do some funky homesteading rap right here to just eat up 20 or 30 seconds for the end cards. Y'all, we love y'all. Appreciate your support so much. Thank you to those who've already went over to the